What is up, guys? Back again. This is Black Watermelon, of course. I'm not gonna do those. Yeah, that stuff. I'm not gonna do any of that. And so today, back in May, I took a trip to Hawaii, visited a friend before he left on a mission. He's going to be gone for 2 years. He went to Chile. I went to Hawaii. He was living there at the time. I stayed with him for a bit, about a week. And on the last day, something I've always wanted to do, it's on my bucket list for things I do before I'm too old to do. Skydiving was on the list. So we did that the day before, the same day I left, flew out of Hawaii. So my plane left at, left at 12:30, I think, and we had plans to go skydiving 2 days before. They didn't work out that day. They didn't work out the next day, and I told Nathan, I was like, "Yo, let's just go today and see if we make it happen." So we drive there, 9 o'clock. We get into the plane at 10. Fly up about 11. No, sorry. We get into the plane around 10:30. We take off 10:45 roughly. Get into the sky. We land, and we drive to the airport. I get out of the car, say goodbye, get inside, get in the line, go through security. I sat down for 10 minutes, got in the plane, took off. It was all back to back to back. So really, so I left Hawaii and then flew back home. So I really got into 3 planes and landed in 2 of them. So it was a lot of fun. It was a great experience. I got the footage. I paid for a video recording of the whole thing. They did an interview before everything. It was pretty cool. I got that footage, and this is the first time I've ever seen it. First time. This is going to be raw footage. First time I've ever seen it. If the quality is a little bad, it's not really my fault. But this is going to be the first time I've ever seen it, and I'm just going to walk through it, tell you how I felt, and my experience with it is a lot of fun. So let's pull it up. First, I'm gonna smooth this down. Let's go right there. That works. As you can see, Deku. Boy, okay. Let's pull this up. Right here. Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know how loud that is. Holy crap, it's really loud for me.
Caleb, how you doing?
I'm great.
Oh boy, let's pause it. Okay. Oh boy. Oh lord. I wish I could see my recording. Okay, whatever. Let's go into this. Okay, this was in Hawaii. I'm wearing my Doctor Strange shirt. I've got that stuff on. Yeah. Okay, let's go through this. It's really loud for me. I'm not even gonna be able to think, but we'll go through it.
Good. What are you up to?
I am going to jump out of the plane, hopefully.
Yeah, well, I think you will. Are you excited about that?
I am very excited for the first time. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
It should be.
It should be, yeah.
You also look nervous.
I am a little nervous, yeah. It's something I've always wanted to do.
Alright. Alright, well, anything you want to say before we go?
No, I think I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully.
Alright. See you out there.
Yeah.
So the guy I jumped with, he's right here on the right. He's a little faded. He was really cool. He was really enthusiastic. Knew what he was doing, of course. So the idea was I was strapped to his front side, so I got the gear on, and he had his gear on, of course. He had the parachute, and I was strapped to his front, and I was on his back, so he was on my back. Yeah, because I'm not experienced at all. I really wasn't feeling nervous at all. I might have said I was nervous. I hope you guys can hear the music's really loud. I don't know why that's so loud, but I really wasn't that nervous. It was just I really wasn't that nervous. It's something I've always wanted to do. I was so determined that I was going to jump out of the plane. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't scared or anything. I was just ready to go. We were sitting in there for almost an hour just waiting to get geared up. But right there, that was before we started getting the gear on. And yeah, he kind of just surprised me with the interview. But it was pretty cool. So there's that. Let's move on. Wow, this music is so loud. Okay, so at least it's loud for me. I don't know how loud it is for you. It should go over, but hopefully we'll see. So there's the plane. I was the last one to get on, which means I'm the first one to jump out. My hair was on point. It was awkward. But he had the camera strapped to his wrist, so he was just had his hand like right here in my face the whole time. It was kind of awkward, but I mean I can understand it. Nathan's right here to my left. You might be able to see him. You can't even hear what he asks me, and you can't hear what I say because the music's so loud. He said we're halfway there.
Yeah. Nervousness, I'm a little cold, but
So yeah, so they had to. I'm sitting. This is the door right here, right next to me, and they popped open the door at one point, and it's just freezing cold air. I think we're halfway there, so it's roughly 7,000 feet. And yeah, it was really cold. I was a little nervous at that point just because I'm sitting right next to an open door on a plane. That's not something you do every day. But yeah, it was pretty sick. Oh my gosh. Plane was not very big. So we reached 14,000 feet. This is 14,000 feet in the air. This guy right here, he's in the orange shirt, whatever. He's going by himself, so he's like scouting the sky or whatever. And so what my instructor was telling me is I got my glasses on. He was telling me that once we get outside, I'm gonna have my heels on the edge of the plane, and he says we don't want to catch anything in wind as we go. So he said as soon as we fall out, you're gonna act like a banana, and you're gonna shoot your hips out, your legs back, and your arms, and you're just gonna curve as much as possible, just so that the wind is able to break off of you. Right? I'm pretty sure that's it. That's my understanding of it. But that was the idea, so I had to keep that in mind, and I had my hands here. And yeah, and outside of that, it was pretty sick. So this was probably my favorite part, is coming out of the plane. He said he was going to give me a countdown. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Another thing I wanted to mention before we get out into the air, my goggles were not on super tight. There was a gap up top, so there was a lot of wind flying in. This is my first time seeing this. I don't know what it. There was a lot of air shooting in, so my eyes were drying up. So I was really trying to close them and open them so I could see. And then at one point I started crying just because my eyes are super dry, and I was like closing them, and they were like tearing up. Maybe I was just crying because it was so beautiful or something, or I'm scared. I don't know. Just kidding. But they started tearing up. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see that. At one point I tried to open my mouth. I just wanted to see what it would look like on the camera, and I guess we'll find out. So yeah, here it goes. Oh my gosh, I love. Oh. They're rewinding it and playing it. Oh, that is so awesome. Dude, my hair is going straight up. That's so awesome. So this whole time he was telling me to look up. That's really funny. I paused right there. So the whole time he was telling me to look up, but I want to look down at the ground. I don't know what it is. But the idea is that you're looking up so that the camera can see your face. But I wanted to look down because it's so cool to look down on everything. Dude, it's so intense. Having all that wind pressure just smack in your face, holy crap, it's so intense. There it is. My hair looks so funny. My head's turning red on top of where the glasses are. I see my glasses are going up a bit, and there's the chute. So at this point, the falling is totally fine. The free falling is totally fine. But there was a lot of weight on the gear right here in between my legs, which sucked. It was just pulling because of course it's going over my shoulders and then down in my legs. That's where the main part of the body is. And I'm not good. Motion sickness is a problem I have. It's huge. I can't ride carnival rides or anything. Roller coasters aren't as bad, but like anything that spins, it's horrible. So this is where it got really bad. My stomach's like turned upside down. It was really bad.
How do you feel? Oh my god.
My eyes are red. It looks like. Oh, my ears. Holy crap, my ears. Now that I'm thinking about it. So the pressure up, and then as you're falling, it's like the pressure in your ears. Now when you like pop your ears, right? It like kind of hurts a little bit. But holy crap, the pressure difference. Oh, it just killed my ears. It was like I had a headache, a small headache, but my ears were just like I felt like I was bleeding out of my ears because it was hurting so bad. It was horrible. So he gave me the controls. So I was able to go right and left. I honestly didn't want to go right or left at all. I just wanted to go straight down practically because the more I went right and left, it's turning my whole body and my stomach was hurting so bad. Dude, the entire way down, you can see it on my face. I'm not like super happy. My stomach is like hurting so bad and I just felt like I was going to puke right then and there. So we're landing right over there. But the experience was so awesome. We're so high right now. And I'm pretty sure the fastest free fall someone can fall is I think it's 114 miles per hour. It's either that or like it's either that 65 or like 89, something like that. One of those. But it's really fast for just free falling straight out of the sky. It's insane. It's really cool.
How you doing? Great. You do that again? I definitely will, hopefully. Alright.
My hairs.
How was that experience? Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Welcome to Oahu Hawaii Center, man. I'll see you later.
It's crazy. Oh my gosh, that was insane. I'm definitely doing it again at some point in my life. Man, that was insane. Oh boy. Well, yeah, like I said, so what happened was when we came down, as we're coming down onto the landing site, he goes, we might need to run it. He's like, we might need to run it out. If we're coming in too fast, you can just move your legs just along with it and just run it down. And he said, but as soon as we get to the ground, just lift your legs up as high as you can. We'll just land on our butt. And it was kind of funny. There's no reason to run it out at all, but I like moved my legs like I was gonna run it out. And then we just land and we just slide on our butts like a good 15 feet. It was really cool. He passed me in the back. He's like, thanks for running that out. I was like, yeah, there was no need. It would just hit. It was really cool. As soon as we got on the ground and he got done with that little interview at the end, I just laid down and Nathan gets up and runs over to me because he's done it before, no problem. And yeah, it was really cool. And then of course, I'm talking like right after that, we run inside the building and I'm like, hey, can we go ahead and pay for this? I got to catch my plane. And she was like, yeah, so we paid for it. And then I was like, so is there any way I can get this like right now or the video? She's going, oh, it's going to be like an hour or two when he gets back. And I'm like, I don't got that time. Is there any way you guys can send it to me? She was like, yeah. So I wrote down my email and I just got it today. That's why I'm making this video, which is really upsetting how long it took, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, so that's that. It was an amazing experience. Anyone that's afraid of heights, this will totally change your world. Just looking down on the world is like, it's mind blowing, honestly. Like it's looking down and just seeing how big one spot on the huge Earth is. It's crazy. It's honestly, it's amazing looking down. And then as you're slowly falling, it just slowly gets bigger and bigger. It's one of the best experiences I think anyone could ever experience. It's absolutely amazing. There's no need to be afraid of that. It's something I definitely think everyone should, in some extent, experience. It's absolutely amazing. Whether or not you're not free falling at all or you're free falling 95% of the way. Absolutely amazing. Not much else to say. It was a great experience, honestly. And if you haven't been to Hawaii, I suggest going to Hawaii. It's awesome. But outside of that, thanks for watching. And I hope to see you in the next video. And leave a comment if you liked it and whatnot. Please leave a like. Really helps me with my attitude towards the channel. And thanks again. See ya.